Hey all, hey y'all. Hello, welcome back to the Kingdom Things Podcast. I am your host, Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual being, eternal energy, having a human experience, working as a spiritual practitioner, spiritual healer, spiritual creative. I'm super excited. Per usual. I'm not always excited, ups and downs, backs and forths, but I'm excited to be here presenting myself on this video with the intention to assist with the upliftment of the human consciousness, with the intention to assist with the upliftment of all of God's creation, of all of our Creator's creation, however you perceive God, the Most High Creator, however your theology or ideology or religion views God, take it that way. Please and thank you. Me, myself, I myself view God as the all power, all force, as everything. I view God as everything. God is not separate from anyone or anything. God is not separate from anyone or anything. I respect all religions and all the theology, ideology. I study many religions as well. Theology, ideology, many holy books. Utilizing the holy books as tools to perceive more of self in order to perceive more of God's creation, as we are a part of God's creation. Nothing is separate in God's creation. I am now no longer offering the one-on-one spiritual powwow sessions. We're doing a masterclass. We are doing a masterclass. So if you are interested, if it rings, sings in your heart, to inquire about my masterclass powwow sessions, where I channel specific energies and messages in which that the class, it's going to be an alchemy. The energy and messages that I channel will be an alchemy of the specific energies that class will need in order to break through any stagnant energies in their being that are keeping you from leveling up in life, from perceiving more of your greatness in order to perceive a greater life for yourself, in order to move into that greater life for yourself. So if it rings, sings in your heart to inquire about my Masterclass Powwow session, please email me personally, Ashley Nicole Phillips at kingdomthingspodcast@gmail.com. I'm super excited to hear from you and correspond with you and get you set up in the masterclass. So what is a rapture? We are going to rewind. What is time but a beautiful experience? We're going to rewind to a previously recorded installment of Kingdom Things Podcast titled Seeing Our Shadows. And we're going to allow that to be the introduction into the rapture, as well as the introduction into this installment of Kingdom Things Podcast. Here we go. Ashley Nicole Phillips. I am a spiritual practitioner by the way of Source, by the way of the One, by the way of God, Goddess, by the way of the Central Sun, by the way of the Most High, whatever you like to call the power, the force behind what is. That is what appointed me in my position, my role of being a spiritual practitioner or a spiritual healer. All right, so ascension. Humanity is going through ascension. What is ascension? As a collective, en masse, humanity, we are waking up to the notion that we are more than what we have been led to believe we are. So as a collective, humanity is waking up to the fact that we are more than what we were programmed to believe that we are. What does that mean? We are not physical beings on earth born to die. We are infinite energies seated with the energy of the Most High Creator, the Source, the One, the Most High, God, Goddess, Father, Mother, God, the Central Sun. We are energies feeded with the energy of Source, here on earth having a human experience. So we are eternal energies, no beginning, no end. We never die. We only transform and transition into new forms. We are eternal energies having a human experience. What does that mean? We are limitless. We are limitless. We are here to create our lives, learn from our creations, and then create again and have a good time while doing it. What does that mean? You can become anything you want to become. You can do anything you want to do in this life. My aim, my goal is to help activating people in this knowing, in their own knowing, helping people wake up to themselves and wake up to their own knowings. Everything that I say, anything that I say is a perception of the energies of what is. It's my perception, my perspective on what is. Everyone's going to be awoken to their own perspectives, their own perceptions, their own information. I want to help you empower yourself. I want to hopefully say something that helps you empower yourself, on this journey of life, this journey of self-realization, self-activation, self-empowerment. You are the creator of your life. You and only you. You have the ability to activate that power. You have the ability to activate yourself. So today, I want to move into a moment of silence for the earth, for Mother Gaia, for all of the beings on planet Earth. May the energy of God guide us, Father, Mother God, Source, the Most High, the Central Sun, the One, emanate from all beings of Mother Gaia, as well as Mother Gaia herself. A brief moment of silence. All right. So what I have been guided to talk about today, the information that I have channeled to talk about today, is our shadows. Dum, dum, dum. Shadow work. What are our shadows? The way I'm being guided to explain it, the way I'm being guided to explain it, to the limiting beliefs that we take on, the limiting beliefs that are programmed in our DNA that say that we can't do this, we can't be that tell us who we are, that keep us in a box. It's the feelings that you get that are triggered with those limiting beliefs. So our shadows are the triggers, the feelings that you get with those limiting beliefs. For example, so if someone's like, I really don't like that lip color on you. I don't think that looks good on you. And you get upset, you get triggered. What's behind that emotion of getting triggered? For myself, what I've come to realize, when I see someone trying to control someone else, or when I see someone picking apart someone else, when I see someone, what's the word I'm looking for? When I see someone criticizing someone else, when I see someone criticizing someone else by the way they are, the way they look, whatever the case may be, what I realize, that trigger, that anger that comes up for me, it's a deeply rooted trigger. It's a deeply rooted energy of that says that I need someone else's validation, that I need someone else's support, that I need someone else's energy in order to be myself, in order to be successful. I need to be dependent on something else outside of myself. So when I see someone getting criticized or talked about or picked apart, it triggers me because that energy there's a program within me that says you need to be dependent on someone in order to survive. You need someone else's opinion in order to survive. You need someone else's validation in order to survive. That energy is triggered in me, and I know that's not true. I know that I am an infinite being having a human experience, an infinite being seated with Source, that I don't have to or need to depend on anything outside of myself. I am whole, I am one, I am sufficient, I am more than enough on my own by myself. So when I see someone getting picked apart or criticized, it triggers that energy in me that says you need someone. You need someone to tell you where to go. You need someone to tell you who to be. And I know that's not true. So my soul that knows the truth is rubbing against that trigger that says that I need someone, and that friction causes that energy of anger, that energy of that unsettling energy within me, because my truth says you are independent. You are a source energy being. You are the force in and of yourself. You are the creator of your life in and of yourself. With that programming, limiting programming that's really indoctrinated into my DNA, that's programmed into my DNA, that says you need someone else to survive. Those rub together and create that energy, that unsettling energy, that anger within me. So shadow work is taking the time to understand the energies that present themselves in your beingness. So shadow work is taking the time, taking the energy, taking a pause, introspecting on the energies that show up in your beingness. Because we have the tendency to not even realize that we're being triggered. We just react. So everything you do, looking at my notes, everything you do is your ego. Everything you do is only your ego attempting to seek energies, things, people, places. So energies being things, people, places, to reinforce who you think you are. Everything you do is only your ego attempting to seek energies, things, people, places, energies being things, people, places. In these teachings, energies defined as things, people, places in these teachings. So everything you do is only your ego attempting to seek things, people, places to reinforce who you think you are. So who we think we are has been manipulated and constructed and perpetuated to the point where we think we are the karmic energies or the stagnant energies in our being. We've been operating on these karmic energies, which have programmed our ego to believe that these karmic energies are who we think we are. When in all actuality, these karmic energies were and are intended to be lessons to pass through. So these karmic energies are and were intended to be lessons, energies that come through us in order for those energies to, for the moment being, as we are learning that lesson, for those energies to reflect to us into our reality what that lesson, what that karmic energy is trying to teach us. Once we learn by heeding to our environment, heeding to how we show up in our reality, once we learn what that karmic energy was intended to teach us, that energy passes through us, right? But our egos hold on to these stagnant energies in our being to the point where our egos seek other people, places or things, other energies to reinforce that karmic energy that was meant to be a lesson. So we hold on to these stagnant energies in our being, these karmic energies in our being that were only intended to be a temporary lesson. We hold on to these karmic energies in our being. We hold on to these karmic energies in our being that were only intended to be a lesson. And our ego searches for other energies defined in this lesson as people, places, or things to reinforce those karmic energies. So what do? Our ego perpetuates those karmic energies. So what do? We live a whole life that is based off of the perpetuation of this one lesson, this one embodiment of karmic energies that was only supposed to pass through me, was only supposed to be a temporary stay in order to teach me not only as a person, but as a soul, to teach and learn and grow me as a person, as a human being, and as a soul. For millennia, the human being has been programmed into a box, a karmic box that says these stagnant energies within you are who you are. Collective of humanity. So as below, so above. These tragic events, these issues in our societies are indoctrinated programmings that we have in our societies that are false, that are not true to who we are. They're not true to our infinite nature. They're not true to our potential as infinite beings in a collective that has the potential to grow into infinity, has boundless potentials. So we are seeing these tragic events. We are experiencing these issues in our societies because we have these indoctrinated programmings, these indoctrinated beliefs that are causing friction against the truth, the potentials of our boundless nature as a collective, as a group, the things that we can do, the heights that we can reach, the places we can expand to as we are infinite beings having a human experience, collectively creating the collective called humanity. We have the potential to be boundless. We have the potential to reach to infinity, but we have these old programmings, these old beliefs that are out of date. We have these beliefs and programmings that some people are holding on to because just like our earth person, just like we experience on an individual basis, our earth personality or our ego, we tend to try to hold on to our beliefs, who we think we are, because it makes us feel safe. We tend to try to hold on to our earth personality or our ego because it makes us feel safe. Even though we know that those parts of us that we're holding on to, because they're our safety blanket, we know that those parts of us that we're trying to hold on to are holding us back from who we want to become. Those beliefs, the earth personality that we're holding on to, is holding us back from where we want to be, where we want to go. We have that on an individual basis. As below, so above, Hermetic's principle of correspondence. It happens on a planetary basis with our society, with humanity. We have people holding on to these old beliefs, these old programmings, these old indoctrinations because it's who they think they are. It makes them feel safe. It makes them feel safe. And then we have our truth. We're infinite beings making a collective with the potential to reach to infinity, to be boundless. So when these old programmings, these old indoctrinations that some people are holding on to rub against the potentials of our infinite nature as a collective called humanity, we have the friction in our society. We have the tragic events. We have the social issues. We have all of these things that are coming up, not for us to judge them. I'm being guided to say, when we judge anything, we judge ourselves, when we judge others, when we judge our society, when we judge our planet, when we judge humanity. Judgment is an energy, a vibration that does not make space for resolution. So I'm being guided to emphasize, judgment is a vibration that does not make space for resolution. On an individual basis, law, principle of correspondence, Hermetics, on an individual basis, below and above on a planetary, human society basis, the vibration of judgment creates no space for resolution. No space for resolution. Why, you ask? Judgment is a dense vibration. It is a lower vibrational energy. It's a lower vibrational energy. The Hermetics principle of cause and effect. So every cause has an effect, every effect has a cause. When we're vibrating at those denser energies, judgment, when our consciousness, when our minds are vibrating at those lower, denser energies such as judgment, we can't rise above the cause and effect to foresee solutions to issues that are coming. So when you take on higher vibrations in your consciousness, in your mind, when you take on in your beingness, when you take on higher vibrations of happiness, joy, gratitude, you rise above the cause and effect. Really, you rise above space. You rise above the space of what is. When you hold higher vibrational energies like happiness, joy, abundance, gratitude, you rise above the space of what is, and you're able to foresee what is to come. And you're able to not only foresee what is to come, but you're able to meet a solution, a resolution in that space, when what is to come meets you, you're already there with a solution. So when we hold higher vibrations such as gratitude, happiness, joy, abundance, we're able to actually rise above our consciousness. Our beingness, we're able to rise above. We hold on to these karmic energies and create a stagnated self. Stagnated self creates and perpetuates a stagnated society. War, our government's dysfunction, disease, famine, and our planet's inability to work cohesively as one planet. Our planet's inability to work cohesively as one planet. Our planet's inability to work cohesively as one planet will not be met with resolution. Will not be met with resolution. We hold on to these karmic energies, which creates a stagnated self. Stagnated self perpetuates a stagnated society, which perpetuates war, government's dysfunction, disease, famine, our planet's inability to create and be as one planet peacefully will not be met with resolution. Resolution as defined by Oxford Languages, the definition of resolution that we're using for these teachings, the action of solving a problem, dispute, or contentious matter. We hold on to these karmic energies and create a stagnated self, which perpetuates a stagnated society, which perpetuates war, governmental dysfunctions, disease, famine, our planet's inability to create and be and act as one planet peacefully. These issues will not be met with resolution. Resolution, the action of solving a problem, dispute, or contentious matter, as defined by Oxford Languages, with the current state of the evolution of the human consciousness. The dysfunction of the creation, of our creation, that is the society of our planet, of our one planet, of our one planet, of our one beingness, as we are one people of one planet, will not be met with resolution. The action of solving a problem, dispute, or contentious matter, with the current state of the evolution of the human consciousness. This is why we are seeing the dysfunction in our society, why we will see many more events of catastrophic happenings in our society, on our planet. Why will we see many more catastrophic events, catastrophic happenings on our planet, in our society? To wake humanity up from the slumber of the dense karmic energies that we assumed as our identities. Why will our humanity, why will this planet see many more catastrophic events, catastrophic happenings? To wake humanity up from the slumber of the dense energies that we took on as our identities. Open your heart to be led by your soul self, by your infinite nature, by your nature that resonates, your higher vibrational nature that resonates above the karmic energies. Drop down into your heart to be led by your infinite self, your soul self, your higher vibrational self that resonates above the dense karmic energies. I want to thank you so much for joining me on this installment of Kingdom Things Podcast. Again, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual practitioner, spiritual healer, spiritual creative, by the way of the Most High Creator, God, Goddess, Source, Essential Sun, whatever you like to call the power, the force, the energy behind all of creation. That is who alchemized me, appointed me, positioned me to be here, And I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, if you feel guided to inquire about my Masterclass Powwow Session, please email me personally at kingdomthingspodcast@gmail.com. I am also an author. I wrote the Story of Asya series as well as my other half, which I'm super proud of. My literature will be in the link in the posting of this Kingdom Things podcast installment. I also sing and write music, which is near and dear to my heart. Will be in the link of the posting of this Kingdom Things podcast installment. Kingdom Things podcast is available on YouTube as well as Spotify. Join the community. And remember to love on yourself. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because it alchemizes, activates your infinite nature within. Self-love is the best love because you're worthy of that. Self-love is the best love because you can't expect anyone to love you the way you deserve to be loved, because no one else can see you the way you see you, the way the God within you sees you. Love on yourself.